Welcome to the Razor TSL. This is the round of 16, and I am Artosis alongside Noni, ready to bring you this exciting match. We have Strelok against Draco, just an absolute blockbuster of a match to open up the round of 16 with. We have Strelok in the bottom left with Terran. This is Wuthering Heights. Top left is Draco, and this is just so exciting because Strelok, he has just been like the #1 foreign Terran for a really long time now. He's been doing so well in every league, in every tournament. He is just a force to be reckoned with. And then of course Draco, I mean, he lived in Korea for about 8 months. He is just a master of StarCraft, maybe the best foreigner ever. So Strelok definitely has his work cut out for him, but Draco, of course, not being too active lately, who knows? Strelok could maybe take him out here.
That is very true, and for you guys who don't know my voice, I am Nooney, and I'm glad to commentate alongside Artosis in this match. And I'm very eager to see what kind of strategy Draco is going to use on this map. We know that when he was his best at his peak in Korea was quite a while ago, and I'm interested to see if his strategies have evolved with the rest of the Koreans in the past 2 years, or if he's stuck back in 2006 and is going to do some old school PvT.
You know, that's a good point. He hasn't been too active since he came back from Korea, but he's still a very good player. And we see he scouts Strelok right off. Strelok looks like he is going for some sort of wall-in with a really weird depot placement, but it looks like that will be tight. And Strelok, being very smart, he takes that gas right away. He knows on a flat map like this, if you get gassed by Draco, there are going to be ranged goons pressuring the hell out of you, and it's going to be extremely hard to live. Now we see some Devil Probe micro here. He's just trying to harass the SCV on the barracks, but Strelok is on top of things. He's clicking that SCV. Although the probe is faster and it regenerates by itself and it's ranged, Strelok is doing a good job of keeping it at bay. And if we look back at Draco's home, he's not making Zealot, he's going straight to goons, and that is a good opening here. It's a flat map, and ranged goons are extremely strong here.
Yeah, and just already we can see Draco's mechanics that he perfected while he was in Korea. It's very easy for a Protoss player to get his core just a little bit slower or mine gas a little bit slower when he's so focused on microing the probe. But Draco keeps that probe moving non-stop, and yet he still gets the gas as soon as possible, as well as that core. So, great start from Draco.
Indeed, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that out of Draco in this tournament. Mechanical play being one of his strongest suits. I mean, in Korea, you're playing at least 14 hours a day with the best players in the world. And, of course, they totally stress the mechanics of the game. You know, the probe production, getting your buildings made on time, keeping your money down, and that type of stuff is going to really help out Draco here. Whereas Strelok, yeah, he doesn't play 14 hours a day. Oh, hell no, this is not his job. So, he may get behind a little bit in those areas, but Strelok, of course, a beastie player. I'm sure that he won't let that affect him too much. Now we see Strelok, he's still mining gas, and so it looks like he will be going for a siege tank expand. He's going to want to get siege mode really quickly, lest the goons totally destroy his wall in here. He's going to need to expand off of that, of course, because that's what you do when you get the siege tanks with siege mode right away. And with that, I'm sure we'll see some sort of turrets to, protect him from any DTs, any shuttles, things like that. And we see Strelok now, he has scouted the Protoss base. He sees the 2 gateways, the second one just warping in with the range going. So it's a really standard opening here. what will Draco tech into once he sees this wall in, and the fact that Strelok has siege mode? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think 2-gate goons with the range is really powerful on this map because of the shape of the choke here. It's just so tiny, and there's no high ground in the main, anything like that. But Draco did decide to go 2 gates after he scouted that Strelok was walling in, and the wall really helps against the 2-gate goons. So maybe he's just sticking to the game plan, or maybe some heavy harass. He wasn't relying on heavy harass that much, but in any case, I don't think we'll see Draco doing too much damage with these first goons here.
Oh, definitely not. We see the siege mode is almost done. The second tank is going to pop out, and that wall in, I mean, that's kind of tight. It's hard to get the dragoons in there. We see the tank can hit that dragoon when it tries to attack the depot. So just a little thrust and parry here. We see Draco trying to run up to snipe that tank, just hits it a couple times and has to back off. And siege mode just finishing up, so Strelok will siege up and be totally safe here. Meantime, Draco looks like he has taken his natural base and he's adding a robo. It'll be cool to see, you know, is he going to go for some sort of Reaver drop or maybe just a very safe observer build? And in the meantime, we have Strelok. He's building that command center inside his main to float out, as well as an eBay. So a very standard opening by Strelok. I'm sure Draco knows exactly what he's doing here.
Yeah, for sure. Very standard opening so far, and the only question mark right now for the immediate future is what is Draco going to do with that robotics facility, as you mentioned. I think just going observer would probably be the stronger thing, and now that we have seen a third gateway, it is more likely that he will just be getting observers.
Totally. We see the Dragoon contain, if you want to call it that, outside of Draco's natural. That is not to stop any sort of attacks. Oh no, that is to stop any SCVs from scouting. You know, if he tries to get an SCV out there to scout what Draco's doing, it is going to be caught by those Dragoons instantly. And with their range and their superior speed, Strelok is basically going to be playing blind, which plays into Draco's hands totally. He could be doing almost any build. And as we look back at Draco's main, wow, look at this. He's getting the shuttle and he is getting the robotics support base. So despite adding the third gateway, he will not be using it. He doesn't have the money. He's going to be going Reaver instead. So it's going to be cool to see if he can actually do damage with this, because it's not that amazing a build against the siege tank turret. You know, the turret, of course, good against the shuttle. The siege tanks in siege mode outrange the Reaver. And a little bit of lag now. Not too sure why. Hopefully this will clear up in a moment.
Yeah, it is really interesting that he would get the third gateway and go for a shuttle and Reaver, but I think if he was surprised, I think having that third gateway is just a little bit of safety there if he does want to cut probes suddenly and all of a sudden use all 3 gates as well as getting Reaver. But I don't really know what Strelok could do to cause him to do that, since Draco knows very well that Strelok is expanding.
You know, so true. It's maybe not the smartest build here by Draco, but you know, pro gamers do prefer Reavers for sure. You know, if you use a Reaver extremely well, it's very, very powerful as a pro gamer. I mean, Terran has to get a ton of turrets, and normally you can still pick things off with it and slow down pushes, you know, scout around and whatnot. So it's just a very strong move when you're very good at StarCraft. And we see he's actually getting shuttle speed with a second Reaver while hiding that shuttle over the robotics support base. So any scans that happen right in his main, Strelok will not see that. Just these little things that you see out of Draco, this is what makes someone a pro gamer as opposed to a just really good player.
Yeah, and we can see Draco is already hinting that he wants to expand at the top right, and he's got the pylon down and that choke so that no vultures can kill that probe and stop him short. Now, Strelok's build is deviating a little bit here from what people may normally see out of the
siege tank expand, and it's deviating in a very nice way. He's getting speed first, 3 factory vultures, and this is going to really help him take back the map. I mean, right now he's been playing blind. He doesn't know what Draco has at all. He has no scanners. He's had no scouts on the map for a very long time. But these speed vultures, he's going to be able to get out there. He's going to be able to run past any dragoons that there are. Draco already pulling them back. He knows the timing of speed vultures. Very smart play there by Draco. And Strelok now, he's going to have free run of the map. He's going to run around. He's going to check all the expos, maybe pick off some probes here and there. You know, he's got a lot of stuff he can do with these speed vultures. It's a very smart build to follow up the siege tank expand for sure. And Draco right now, where is your shuttle, man? There it is. It flies right over the vultures. So now Strelok knows exactly what's going on. When you see speed in there, you know they have reavers. So Strelok is going to want to turtle up even more. He already has a decent turret ring around his base. He's adding some extras to his natural. And this shuttle is going to fly in right towards his turret. And he turns around really quickly. He only takes, he takes about 4 shots from it. So quite a bit of damage being done to the shuttle. I'm not sure how much damage he's going to be able to do here. There's a lot of tanks sieged up. There's a lot of turrets. Strelok is covered very well here. I don't know if Draco can really pick anything off, and he smartly runs away with it. Meanwhile, the vultures up in the top of the map, you know, they've scouted around pretty well. I don't think they know about the top right yet. He's going to want to check over there pretty quickly. It looks like he is laying just a few mines. He wants to keep track of any unit movements, any probes going by, anything like that. And Strelok's going to be wondering right now, you know, you didn't take 12. What's going on here? I know you have speed shuttle, but there should be a nexus somewhere. So we're going to see him scout pretty quickly here, and here he goes towards the top right. Draco smartly has dropped 1 reaver there. That's going to be able to stop any vultures from really getting in. They're going to have to kill that pylon while taking 100 damage scarabs to the face. So if he does scout there, it does not look like he'll be able to break through.
Yeah, and note that now Draco is getting some probes in his shuttle to ferry him over to the top right. They cannot fit when that pylon is there.
that is true. That's a smart move by Draco. He's really making use of the speed shuttle and the reavers despite not being able to do any damage yet. In the meantime, we have Strelok. He's making his 3rd command center in his natural. Mining he's just started mining his gas at his natural. So it looks like he's going to go 3 base and huge macro mode. He's just finished his academy, so that is a pretty late academy. That's how he afforded to get all this so early. And already he's got 5 facts. He's going to be adding more as soon as he secures his 3rd base. The command center now floating over. Strelok's going to have to spread himself out pretty well here and you know, do his best to defend. This is the really hard part of TVP on this map. When you first come out to take your 3rd base, you're spread very thin, and Protoss with a very sharp attack can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and Draco, now that he's got his econ going with 3 Nexus running and probes at all of them, pretty good amount at each of them, he's adding gateways and getting his standing army up so that he can gain some map control.
And now Draco, he has an observer near Strelok's army, so he knows what's going on. He's like, okay, you're spreading out in that direction. Definitely an expansion. And we see now the speed shuttle with the 2 reavers flying across the center of the map. So he's going to go over there. If Strelok sends these SCVs too quick, which he is, he does not have any units down there, no turrets yet. So these reavers could do quite a bit of damage down at 6 o'clock. And here we go, the reavers coming in, and they drop out, and all the SCVs are sitting there naked. A lot of SCVs killed with a couple reaver shots, and another one damaging the SCVs. Going to take down this turret. Oh, that is a very beautiful harass. Draco played brilliantly here with these reavers. He could have just run in, tried to suicide him, got nervous that his reavers weren't working, but he saved them, and they are paying off big time now. 7 kills on one, 8 kills on the other. Oh, and he kills 2 more SCVs. He's got about 16 SCV kills now. This is huge. He has really hurt Strelok's economy here. And now Draco moving across the map with his army, making Strelok lift off his command center. Draco is showing a lot of skill here. Do not believe him when he's saying he's not practicing. You cannot just do this out of nothing. He is playing very smart. Mechanically, he's playing very well. He's keeping his money extremely down while harassing. He's keeping it under 500 minerals. Nice play here by Draco. Strelok, in the meantime, looks like he's going to move over. He wants to pick off these reavers. And the reavers moving up and getting a couple free shots, and they kill a tank, and he picks them up right away. Very nice. He is getting a lot of usage out of these reavers, despite them doing no damage right off when he got them.
Yeah, and Draco definitely looking in a very good position now, disrupting that third expansion. I think the speed shuttle was really key there. If the observer saw that the expansion there was open and not defended, but the speed shuttle is what lets Draco get in there and get the Reavers down there so quickly and effectively.
And now we have Draco running in towards 6 o'clock. Strelok is not set up right. The speed's also run right in next to the siege tanks. Not enough vultures to hold him off. Oh, a nice Reaver drop. He hits a couple scarabs off on some tanks, damages them quite highly, and oh, he is killing a lot of Strelok's army here. Strelok losing a lot of siege tanks, a lot of vultures, and Draco still quite a few dragoons. He still has one Reaver left, and he forces a liftoff once again. So Draco pulling far, far ahead here. The vultures coming in. He's trying to clear out what Draco has done to him. That was just savage by Draco. And another scarab. Oh, you can see a pro gamer Reaver. That is just amazing play with that Reaver. It has been picking off things all game long. And Draco has to be feeling very good about himself. He has just boosted himself up. He is right now at 150 supply against Strelok's 92. So Draco looking very good. Looks like he'll pick off yet another siege tank. Every siege tank valuable. They cost a lot of money for Terran. You cannot let siege tanks die. You've got to keep those things alive. That is the point of TVP. So Draco right now, he is just showing a lot of skill. And oh my god, what are you doing, Draco? You dirty guy. Up at the top right of the map, Draco in that base has 3 Stargates going, making carriers, and that is going to be crippling for poor Strelok here. Strelok still has to replace that huge land army that he lost, and then there's going to be carriers to deal with too. Ouch, ouch. In the meantime, Draco, he's taking this double gas expansion right outside his natural, just sending some probes there now. An interesting expansion to take, you know. Vultures harassing can just run right up, kill some probes on the ledge and whatnot. So, you know, an interesting choice.
Yeah, I would definitely opt for the mineral only up near 12 o'clock. Seems a lot easier to defend. You just throw down about 3 cannons and you're set. The extra resources aren't really needed at this point. Draco's already got such an advantage economically that I think it would be better to get the safer expansion. But who am I to question Draco? He's playing so phenomenally.
That is right, and now we see Strelok going to the middle of the map and Draco going right up to meet him. Strelok actually has a nice sized army here, but nice size storms going off on the tanks. The tanks are clumped. That is critical right there. Draco just really hurt the Terran army. A bunch of red siege tanks now. But Strelok moving right up. It looks like he can easily abuse this expansion that Draco took, so maybe that was a little bit of a mistake there. Maybe he hasn't practiced map too much to realize his flaws, and Strelok sieges a couple tanks smartly and clears out some of the probes. Meanwhile, Strelok looks like he wants to move towards the top right of the map. Already 3 carriers out with 3 more making, so yeah, this isn't going to do too well. He has 1 Goliath with his about 6 tanks and 4 Volts, so not too much damage that he's going to be able to do against these carriers, and now Draco's showing the carries, bringing them out. Strelok cannot be happy now. This is a bad position. But Strelok is attacking anyway. It looks like he wants to kill this Nexus. Siege up Strelok, take that Nexus out. But he's going to lose these siege tanks for sure. He's sending in just a few more vultures rallied from his main. Meanwhile, his tanks are killing that Nexus of the double gas. And no, he has not sieged yet, but he will take down the Nexus, losing a lot of his tanks. He's got 2 tanks left of that original force. Meantime, at home, Strelok is pumping. He's got Goliaths coming out. He's got tanks. He's got vultures coming out. But Draco, he's looking in an excellent position. And Draco moves over some dragoons into the middle of the map. Oh, he's stopping all of these vultures and tanks from getting home. While his carriers come up from behind, he's just flanking them, and that is very painful. It looks like Strelok is going to lose his army that's out on the map. And Draco is just pulling away in supply once again. Draco up to about 180, rather 160, against Strelok's measly little 118. So Strelok, he's in a very bad position right now. He does have that 3rd base going. Flames jumping into the air off of that command center and comsat station. But for now, he looks okay. He does have 1-1 upgrades, so that's going to help him out a lot against these carriers. But, you know, Draco, he's just getting big. He's got a probe up at 12 looking to expand. He could retake that top right natural at any time. He's got more carriers coming out. He's got some more. He's got 6 now, 3 more joining his original 3 in the center of the map. So this is looking very good for Draco. Strelok's in a lot of trouble.
Yep, I would have to agree. And an interesting dynamic is how slowly Goliaths and carriers move across this big map. If you get caught without Goliaths and carriers are attacking your stuff, then you're in a lot of trouble because it's going to take about 20 minutes to move Goliaths all the way across the map. And we knew Strelok really had no hope of reinforcing his last attack with freshly made Goliaths. And now that the carriers are going to get on offense, I'd say Strelok is in a bit of trouble here.
Oh, for sure. Someone made a... And there we go! GG!
GG.
Draco takes the first game, 1-0 against Strelok.